Hello, Nevada. Welcome to the Nevada Nice podcast. With me today, I have Steve Skaggs and Jason Sampson here to talk about Lincoln Highway Days, which, believe it or not, is coming up next weekend. So, we're getting close, and Steve has his shirt on here it's a 20th anniversary shirt about Lincoln Highway Days. So, yeah, he's showing the video over there.
Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah, so we were talking about that because lots of neat things happened in 1983. So we were talking about where we all were, and that was when I was coming into the world. These guys were doing some other things like that.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah,
different ways.
Yeah.
So long tradition here in the community with a good community event, and I know there's some exciting changes this year that folks I know in the community are really buzzing about. So maybe you guys can talk about what's new and exciting for this year.
Well, I'd say first and foremost, the fact that we're having it back down at the farm grounds or fairgrounds again. Tons of space. We're able to have longer hours, and we're just really pumped to give this a go down there.
The theme for this year's parade is back to the good old days, so we actually took Lincoln Highway Days back to the good old days, where we took it back down to the fairgrounds with the rodeo down there. I think it's just going to be a great event this year. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, obviously I'm a big supporter of Main Street and having events up there, but a hot summer day with the kids and no shade, it would get a little bit warm
Nice
and
to have a
toasty
few shade
there.
trees for sure.
So I think being at the fairgrounds spread out a little bit with some shade and some cover, I think will be really nice for some of the events going on. So I know it kind of kicks off Thursday with the bank like normal and goes from there. So besides being down at the fairgrounds, we talked to the rodeo committee on the last episode, so folks got to hear a little bit about what the rodeo's got in store. And one of the things they wanted to talk about was make sure to plan ahead for parking, because there will be a lot going on at the fairgrounds, so probably leads into some of the new things you guys have going on this year with that.
Yeah, so as a committee, we decided that shuttles would be a great way to help people get in and out of the fairgrounds. So what we'll be doing is running shuttles from Central Elementary, High School, over at the parking lot for Almaco at West 1st Street, and then also the Story County Administration Building. And that way, once the First Presbyterian has their ice cream social, people can get up and down from there to the fairgrounds and also to the parking spots at Central, the high school, and then Almaco at West 1st Street.
Very cool.
Yeah, great. So
those will run as soon as the parade's over. Those will start running, and then the last departure from the fairgrounds will be at 5 p.m. So make sure you're on a shuttle bus at 5 p.m. from the fairgrounds.
And there will probably be some parking changes, I know, as far as which side of the street you can park on to make sure you can get emergency vehicles in and out. So I think folks want to plan ahead for that, because parking will be a little bit more limited than even normal down there, because they'll probably restrict it, which I know Jason probably has more information about what public safety is going to require to keep everybody safe down there.
So what we'll end up doing is on J and K from 1st Street over to 5th Street, you will only be able to park on the north side of the street. The south side will be shut off for parking. And then also 1st Street, going from I down to 2nd and H will also be shut down, and then 2nd and H, or 2nd Street from H down to 3rd and G will be also closed off for traffic.
Okay.
there'll be signs on the curb, so please make sure you're looking for those when you're picking out your parking spot. If there's a big empty spot there, you might want to do that.
Might be a hint.
There might be a hint.
Might be a hint. That's not a good parking.
Yeah. So I know there's some other things. I mean, one that I'm really excited about, obviously, is the Lincoln Highway Dash. So we changed that up this year too. So it'll be Saturday morning before the parade. And the neat thing about that is folks will be able to finish on Lincoln Highway with the finish line right at City Hall before the parade, with folks lining up starting to watch the parade. So a little bit different this year. And like the full festival, there will be a shuttle at the end of the race to take folks to the start of the parade and back to their start of the race at Sport Park. So that way folks who want to be in the parade can run the race and get to the parade start, or they can get back to their vehicles at Sport Park if they
If
like.
you really gave it your all, you get a ride back.
Yeah. So you can get a ride back where you started, and Almaco is generous to do medals again this year, which we're super excited about those medals because it's pretty unique having a small town race that has really nice medals like that. So we want to thank Almaco for doing
Custom
that
one
again
of a
for us.
kind.
Yep, custom one of a kind. at Lincoln Highway Medal. So
Get them anywhere else.
Make sure you register.
Also, speaking of the shuttles, we've got the bus guy donating time to help with the shuttles for a few hours right after the initial rush. So that way HERDA is not overran with people trying to use the shuttle. So we'll have actually 3 shuttle vehicles right after the parade for a few hours.
Very cool. So what other events are you guys excited about?
Well, we're excited about Friday night as well. The Talent Factory has their Talent Factory regulars doing a summertime travel show, which I've heard sounds like a ton of fun. So you can get tickets right at the door at the Talent Factory, 7:30 Friday night. And then 8 o'clock Friday night, George's Pizza on the street, right in front of George's Pizza. Going to have another street dance this year. They're having Neil Hewitt back. So
Cool.
that should be a great event Friday night to really kick things off. And then I can go on.
Sure, keep going.
I'm on a roll.
Yeah,
Don't stop me.
Keep going.
Yep. We've got St. Patrick's Catholic Church breakfast, 7 a.m. Saturday morning as usual. Something different this year and really unique is there's a military convoy traveling the Lincoln Highway this year, and they will be at the Central Elementary School parking lot. I've heard there'll be 50 plus vehicles, a lot of World War II era stuff. Some big trucks, some little Jeeps. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then they will also go through the parade on their way out of town. So stop by Central Elementary at 8 a.m. If you want to see the vehicles up close and talk to the drivers.
Folks who don't understand the history of that, which is kind of cool, it's the 100th anniversary of the big military convoy in 1919 that President Eisenhower was part of. Went from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast on the Lincoln Highway, and they were trying to figure out, if we needed to mobilize in the United States, how you do that.
How well would it work, huh?
Yeah, and hence the interstate system that Eisenhower did as president, as he saw
Apparently it didn't.
the need for better transportation. So it's pretty neat they're reenacting that. And then the following weekend in September, or 2 weeks I guess in September, so it'll be the first Saturday of September, the Lincoln Highway Association is also doing a convoy to commemorate that. So they'll be coming through in a couple weeks. So we'll have 2 different convoys coming through Nevada to commemorate the 1919 convoy.
That's great stuff. Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Those vehicles are amazing. Saturday morning, we've got the Dash. It should kick off right at 9 a.m. So make sure you're signed up, as Brett talked about before.
And you'll save yourself some time if you do that online. So we really like if people can pre-register online and get
Look
signed
it up
in
online.
advance.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Save yourself some stress.
Is there a specific place to go online?
Yeah,
for
so
that?
they can go to the chamber website at nevadaiowa.org, and there's a Lincoln Highway Day button on the left side, and the Dash registration link is there too.
Terrific. 10 a.m. is the parade. I don't think we have to tell you much more about that. It's always a great parade. I think it gets a little bit longer every year. We've got so many great entries in that. It's just a lot of fun. Bring the kids. Firefighters hog roast afterward as usual, so tradition continues there. The events kick off at the fairgrounds at 11 a.m. We were fortunate this year to get a grant from the Ames Convention and Visitors Bureau to let us basically contract with a carnival provider to get more rides this year. So we've got some more good old-fashioned carnival rides than usual. And we'll still have the inflatable stuff the kids love, but we'll have some rides for the bigger folks too. It's going to be a ton of fun down there. And I don't know, for the people that remember the Nevada Highway Days of Lincoln Highway Days of old, it will have a lot more of that flavor to it. The rides will be set up in about the same spot. And,
Our kids are super excited.
It's going to be a blast. It really is going to be a lot of fun this year. We'll have food trucks down there. We have 7 food trucks. I haven't heard the menus yet, but we've always had some great food trucks every year for this. So that's something I personally look forward to do as the guy who likes to eat. So that'll be my big enjoyment out of this. The Baptist Church always has free games during Lincoln Highway Days. It's been on the side street by the bank there. They are going to be set up in the Beef Barn at the Story County Fairgrounds. That's one of the big buildings there, kind of right in the middle. So they will be back this year. We'll have some antique tractors and cars down at the fairgrounds for you to look at as well to commemorate the Highway Days portion of this. The Nevada High School wrestling team is going to be back with the ever popular beanbag toss / cornhole tournament. Are we allowed to say cornhole on here? No, we just did. I just did. Okay. The bag toss we'll be back, and I believe, isn't there a component of that where you get to actually purchase or you purchase or win the bag?
I believe the winners win
I think-
a set of boards, and then
Yeah.
they auction off the rest.
That's
right after.
there you go. That's it. I know the auction for the boards is always pretty lively because they
Yes.
are so cool. They have
They're
amazing ones.
Very high quality boards.
They're high quality. Even the Iowa football team ones are not that bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, the Iowa State ones are a lot nicer out here,
Nicer,
but yeah.
They're both better than the Nebraska ones.
Hey,
Absolutely.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is taking a turn for the worst. Jason, you want to hit some of the entertainment highlights?
Yeah,
there?
absolutely. We've got some the Skunk River Jazz Band at 12, 1 o'clock. We've got Pete Grady, who's going to be doing a one-man play about Ulysses S. Grant, which that is absolutely interesting. 2 p.m. we got Todd Apple. 3 p.m. Main Street Dance Studio will be performing, and then at 4 p.m. we have a martial arts show. So those all just sound absolutely a ton of fun. Great for the family to come see. Good history.
And those are going to be in the Sheep Barn, I believe, if everybody knows where that is. If you don't, we'll have some signs up so you can find the Sheep Barn. But it will be inside, so rain or shine, we're having it.
And then from 2 to 6, we have the Central Presbyterian Church Ice Cream Social, and that's at the Presbyterian Church. So make sure you get up there and get some ice cream. 11 to 3:30, we have the kids pedal tractor pulls, which is always a big hit down at Lincoln Highway Days.
That is a riot.
We'll be holding that on the tennis courts down there, so get the kids signed up early. This one's actually starting earlier than normal. Normally we do them in the afternoon, but this one's starting early, about 11 a.m. To start signing up and get everybody going. Then we got the bingo. Bingo being sponsored by the Nevada Public Library at the Doolin Pavilion from 3 to 4 p.m. Get on down there, get some bingo in, and raise some money from the Nevada Public Library.
That sounds good. I'm in. Count me in.
All right.
We done level of bingo.
That's right. Also to mention, the Nevada JC's Beer Garden. This year, they will be starting at noon, and they will run all the way through midnight. Please drink responsibly, of course, but
Especially if you're playing bingo.
especially if you're playing, don't need that wild bingo going on. So make sure you stop in, support the JC's. I know they've been a great community supporter also, so support them back.
They're a hard-working bunch. They'll take good care of you.
I know they were going to be open longer this year than originally planned, so
Correct.
people can make note of that on their schedule. And I know the rodeo committee on the podcast wanted to point out they did have to change their ticket prices a little bit for buying all those extra bleachers this year. So the flyer might say 10 and 7, but they want to make sure folks knew it's $12 and $8. And if you buy your tickets in advance, you'll get in a lot quicker because they'll have an express line for that. So Al Cochler's business and the Remax office in Nevada, both are where you can pre-order your rodeo tickets.
Terrific.
And then, of course, we're always looking for volunteers to help out with setup, tear down, maybe a pickup here a little bit once in a while during the Lincoln Highway Day celebration. If you are interested, please call the chamber. Number there is 515-382-6538, or you can email them at chamber@midiowa.net.
Yeah. Our volunteers still needed. I know there's a couple for the dash to help us control some intersections for safety and make sure people don't get lost out there on the trails. And yeah, definitely some volunteer needs at the fairgrounds as well. So
Go ahead and volunteer. We don't want Jason to have to do it all himself. He needs some help. Maybe he'll take you down to the beer tent afterwards.
Yes, absolutely.
We do have one late event that didn't make our flyer. Kathy Vincent is having a collectibles show. I think you're able to purchase them there at the 4-H Extension Building, just adjacent to the fairgrounds there. I believe Farm Grounds is going to have some coffee there as well, so get you a little hot Java to get the day started, and stop by and see them as well.
very cool. Anything else folks should know about Lincoln Highway Days?
Come on down, bring the family, spend the day.
I can't think of any reason not to be there.
Yeah.
Place to get away for a day.
Get away for a day. Well done, sir.
And NevadaIowa.org. You can download the schedule if you don't already have it. So I'm sure you can find it on Facebook too.
Absolutely.
So with that, we'll sign off, and thanks for listening.
Thanks,
Hope to see you
everybody.
next weekend.
Thanks, Brett.
Thanks.